Phew. Should be good. All right. Well, welcome to another night. Case of the Wednesdays live D&D stream. We got a nice full house of players tonight. So I'll rattle off who all exactly we're talking about and go from there. Why does my stream look stupid? Hang on. Right, like the Fantasy Grounds isn't showing up.
I see that.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, I will see if I can fix it. Interesting. Unit and I'm responding. Close. I'm going to close my playable version of it. And reopen it and see if that works. Sounds good, Cal. I hope you feel better. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Whimsy Dream. We're having some technical issues, but we're working on getting our Fantasy Grounds back up and running. Just to kind of rattle off exactly who's we have playing tonight. We have a good handful of players. In particular, we have Katie right next to me there. She is playing a half-orc barbarian, Totem of the Wolf. Half-orc Totem of the Wolf barbarian named Bitchslap. Next to her is Mike. He is playing a high elf sorcerer of draconic origins, and his character's name is Aram for short, and he's got a longer elf name that you can ask him about in the chat if you really give a care. But most of us don't care too much about all the elf names, right? And then Sylvia is being played by Cheyenne. She is a tiefling fighter of many different talents. Nope, looks like Fantasy Grounds is coming back up. At least it shows sort of here. Let's see what this does. And she is an archer technically, but I think she likes to get up in them grits as well. And then Jacob is playing Balar, our only hard to see at night character, which is our human druid, Circle of Moon druid. So he's pretty good at transforming, things like that.
Me and my signature ears over here.
We could use a tiefling bard if there wasn't already 6 players, Whimsy Dream. And then let's see, we have Evan, our newest addition to the team is SM Redbrew. He's a life cleric to the Dwarven Lord of Life, homebrewed deity of ours. And then next to him is Cal, who's not feeling too great tonight. Currently doesn't have a character name up, but it is Zenevie. And she is a half-elf rogue assassin. So we have a pretty full, you see it, Jacob. Mimi likes your
I do see it.
Dog hat.
Thanks, Mimi. I'll do it again just for you.
Yeah, that's his transformation hat. So when he Circle of the Moon druids into some sort of beast or another, he throws the hat on. It looks like he's got it mounted, so he doesn't have to actually wear it anymore.
It's on the back of my chair, so I don't have to, when I'm not in beast form.
I like it. Cheat the system anytime you can, right? So last week we left off, right? So we had just finished going and clearing out the cave for Norlon, a Raven Queen cleric, and we are on our way back to town. And we decided that you guys did make it back to town, so you've just entered back into town. The town is Blacktome Keep. It is a town on the coast. It's not a giant town; it's a decent sized, mid-sized town. It's a main import, fish and timber, I believe is what it was. And it is a pretty bustling town as far as it goes, just being that it's a port town, so that's nice. There's a few connections that the team has. What I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor to you guys, because you've got some things you probably want to do in town, maybe discuss amongst yourselves what you'd like to do, and then come to decisions on who's going where, what, and when, and we can dig in. Cool? All right, go ahead.
Sounds like a game plan. Okay, so, I guess where are you placing us at? Are we?
So you're going to be coming in from the up from above, because you guys left out the north gate. So you'll be coming in Bread Mill.
Our travels. Gather up what and then we need to go see. Whoever it is, we owe that.
You have it in your notes.
Other characters.
The cook?
No, not the cook.
The jeweler?
Norlon, the Raven cleric.
Oh.
Norlon.
Truly.
Don't have that
in my notes.
I think we
Right.
did
So we
chef
just
also.
ignore
We
long
saw
and no
business
cleared
with-
all that out. What's up, so? Diane, what?
Oh, didn't we still have business with the chef? We had to go.
Yeah, because of our lack of equipment, I would suggest we look into enchanting your guys' weapons or find something that can do more damage than basic. And we're not going to be able to accomplish that broke. So, I guess we need to go see a fence and see about dumping some of this product off.
Yeah, definitely. We may have an option there that'll get us a better deal. Good old Larry, if we can still find him in the town, might be able to offload the stuff at a better rate than with some random salesman.
And as a reminder, Evan, Larry is the merchant that owes you those potions.
Ah, okay. I don't trust Larry. Larry, he scraped me up for some potions a while back that I still haven't gotten. So,
How many?
how many was it?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
15 of those bitches, which is a lot of money for you, for a layman.
I mean, Larry's been a pretty stand-up guy with us. I'm sure if he did it, he had good reason.
Oh, good reason he better.
Poor Larry.
Yeah, let's go see him. Let's go see him.
Yeah, let's go find good old Larry and see what he's up to. Unless anybody wants to do anything else first. Any objections?
How familiar are we with the town? Do we know enough to know if Larry would be the best place to get the best deal on selling this equipment?
Well, I mean, what you know of Larry is that he was trying to become a traveling merchant. You guys, the majority of you found him on the way into Blacktome Keep from your first adventure, which we had happen off screen pre-game.
Right.
Basically, which is what got you all together was the first mission, except for Bitch Slap and Essam. Those two kind of joined, through different means later on. Bitch Slap, kind of the second game or so, popped in after the first initial meet of Larry, and Larry was on the side of the road, hidden in his wagon, while his wife was ripped apart by displacer beasts. So, you know that you're not really sure of his overall skill as a tradesman, but he did come across some potions and hook you guys up with them at one point. So he might know where to get something. I mean, he at least knows where to get potions sometimes, or he did. Maybe those were the same 15 potions. Maybe they weren't. I'm not one to give away.
I'll just lay this out as out of character. That's why I smile every time you talk about 15 potions, because I know where those 15 potions went.
Me too.
Yep.
I
got the impression.
So, alternative option, because we do have a standing fence deal with the jeweler who has a shop in town.
Yeah, but those are jewels.
I understand, but hear me out now. Because we have that standing deal with him, you would think he would want to see us proficient and out adventuring more, so he would give us good referrals to where to go to fence all of our other stuff. Because if we don't come back with jewels, he doesn't get the cut, so he should want us to be better.
He does have a solid point, considering last time we saw Larry, all he had was
15 potions.
15 potions.
Right.
Yeah.
That rat. Oh, I hate him. I hate Larry.
So, well, it was, yeah, he owed us big time, and apparently that's was his. But, anyways, okay, so
So
okay.
let's look for Larry.
No objections.
Anybody have any other stops they want to make or anything along the way? Okay. I see a whole lot of like shaking heads no, so I guess the group's gonna head to Sambo's here, Dane.
Okay, so you guys come into town, and imagine this too. Like as you guys enter town, like the vast majority of you have like packs full of equipment off of these goblins that you killed last game. I mean, just to speak to Aram himself, he's got like 15 shields tied to or pushed into his pack. Like they're just like popping out of the top like a giant flower of shields, that he's tied on with what rope he had and things like just to get them all to kind of fit. Not to mention, I think somebody else has a boatload of scimitars that you probably have lashed together into a pile, like a bundle of scimitars, like a bundle of wood or something like. But except for scimitars, and there's a number of other items too. That was you too.
Yeah.
So at least Aram, the live high elf, that he is wandering around this giant bundle of scimitars and more shields in a pack than really truly could probably fit. You probably get like 3 or 4 in a pack, and he's got 15 some way, shape, or form strapped to his pack.
Hey, look, I could carry the weight. That's what I made sure. I walked away with my limit.
Because the weight makes the difference, obviously, right?
That's
like,
right.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't disagree that you can carry the weight. I just know that it looks kind of awkward when you're like wandering and you're trying to keep all the shields from flying out, etc. And then the rest of you do. What's that?
I'll agree.
Okay. But you know where Sambo's shop is? He does have a stay-in shop. It is a pretty nice shop with like it was the last time. He's got a few different jewelry counters with glass cases and things that could be pretty expensive to have made. So he's not like a low-level merchant. He's succeeded in the merchandising of his wares and the selling of and buying of and the trading of. So you go in and Sambo's a pretty nice guy in general. Why is he? I think he looks different on there right now. I'm gonna just throw him on here to see if we can blow him up real quick. He does not look like that. I'm not sure how he became was he a Dragonborn?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah.
I guess I don't remember that. Okay. Well, I guess he is a Dragonborn. So yeah, he's a Dragonborn. He looks he's not showing up on your guys' map, but he should be.
No. I have a ring on my map.
Yeah. No, I just threw
That's
his
it.
caricature on there too. Hold on. Let me. Fantasy Grounds is like. Did everybody upgrade their Fantasy Grounds?
Yeah.
Now you were using this map for general placement, but you had another map.
You
that
had a
of the
grid
same.
map at one point.
Right.
Yeah, maybe I need the grid. Let me just see if that makes a difference. Interesting how it loves me. Let's just go for Honey Street since we're gonna zoom in anyway. I don't want to be on the full map for this if we don't need to be. So Honey Street is the street in which Sambo's shop is on, coming right in off of the streets. You can kind of see him on the combat tracker, but that's not good enough, right? So, yeah, he's not showing up on here. I just placed him on here. It's Fantasy Grounds is acting up, so I don't need him to be on here. We're not doing combat with him, but it might make combat weird later. So, we'll just have to take that in mind. It might be a little theater of the mind kind of night, unfortunately, because Fantasy Grounds is acting up again. Everybody did the most recent update to their Fantasy Grounds, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So the upgrade might have been messing with our emotions. But
Sam didn't say yes.
what's that?
I did. I'm sorry. I nodded.
Well, I don't know.
I got distracted by my.
You're not on Fantasy Grounds, so that was the joke.
She's on it.
Oh,
She's in there. She comes on just and looks and can see the map
okay.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so either way, so you go into Sambo, the Dragonborn shop. He is there. He's helping a kind of middle-aged human lady in nice clothes. It looks like he's giving her a package. She takes it. She puts a bag of coins on the tick counter, and he takes that. She kind of takes off, and you guys are next. He looks up, notices you. He's like, hopefully you have some gems to share with me after our arrangement. He says to the lot of you.
So, unfortunately, there weren't any gems when we were clearing that cave out for Norlon. But we're back. We succeeded. And we obviously are laden with many things we need to get rid of. And we were hoping, since we have a standing arrangement with you, and you want us to come back with gems for you, that you might be able to point us in the direction of the best person we can sell this stuff to.
And
Kind of
out of respect, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Out of respect, we figured it'd be only polite to stop to you first since you gave us such a good deal on the gem.
Facts.
I'm happy to help, point you in the right direction. Obviously, you really haven't come through for me on the gem side yet. The fact that you're still alive in itself is nice because that tells me that you're at least semi-capable or, good enough of a team that you may or may not make it long enough to come and fulfill our agreement. So there's a number of places that you could potentially go to pawn your wares. What exactly is it that you're looking to pawn?
Weapon.
All right. Weapons and armor primarily.
Okay. Well, are they quality or what are you talking about here?
We took them off hobgoblins. If that helps you understand what we have.
Yes. Okay. All right. Whew. That was a whole bunch of shenanigans, y'all. I definitely do not understand what exactly happened because, I was plugged in. Everything was Gucci. It should have been fine. It was working for 2 hours before the stream. And then, of course, as soon as we started streaming, it just was like, yeah, you know what? Really, I'm not really feeling like streaming tonight.
You know what it might have been too? Your router might have done an update.
I don't know. I have no idea.
It kind of lagged you out real bad. I've had that happen while I'm at work, and then I'm down not getting paid for like an hour. It's like, oops.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. I'm just sad for all the people trying to watch for the first time. They're like, this guy doesn't have his shit together. But in reality, I've been working on it, and it was fine all day, and then it just crashed. Ugh. But hey, we're here, and I can't complain about I can't complain about.
So you said the blacksmith will only take metal items, correct?
Yeah, because he can't really use the wood for much. I mean, the shields are pointless to him. He'd give you something for him if you really just wanted to unload them. You just wouldn't get very much. The shields are all pretty much wooden shields.
So probably keep the shields then. And we'll see what the rest of the group wants to do. Now this blacksmith we went to, is he solely creating the stuff or does he sell as well?
Rhubarb does it all. He's a man of many talents. He is a creation type dude in general. He definitely does all he can to bring forth the creations of all kinds.
Okay.
He's quite the inventor.
But if I've got some longbows and hide armor, would he give a decent price on that to resell it? Or is that something...
He's not a bower and Fletcher, so he doesn't have long bows and arrows.
Okay.
He could probably do arrows just because there's sometimes can be metal components. So he might work in cahoots with the bower Fletcher, but he is not. That is not his go-to main deal.
I do not know what happened. They kicked me out.
They kicked everybody out.
Oh, okay. I was literally talking to everybody going, okay, let's, guys, this is how you get to the party sheet. This is how you add to the party sheet. Let's get this done. That way when Dane gets back, it's already covered. And then I look down and there's no Zoom.
And that was it.
So, for a quick repeat, if you guys check under tools, you'll see first icon is combat tracker. The second one is party sheet. Click on that. Go to the inventory of your character sheet. You can drag the shield for whatever item you want over to the party sheet and add it to the pile. Stick with metal items right now, though. Even though we want to sell the studded leather, even though we want to sell the bows, right now they're only taking metal.
So he did clarify, Mike, before you got back in here, the shields are primarily wood.
Oh.
So we should take them back.
Right, and then if you're looking to silver any of this of your items, which he says he can do, it usually takes depending on the item a few hours to do per item, and it would be about 100 gold for the work and all of that.
Okay, so 100 gold per item. bigger question is, how much are we looking to get out of what we're dropping on? Because, I mean, right now I'm seeing 1 great sword, 5 long swords, 11 scimitars.
Yep. Can we get the rest of those shields out of there for me real quick? Somebody grab those.
It looks like the large grabbing them all.
I'm grabbing as many as I can. I'm watching my weight as I go.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're just getting them out of there for now.
Okay.
So, is this
Yep,
everything you'd like to sell?
Here, yes, for me at least.
For believers myself, I guess that depends on Bitch Slap, what Sylvia has, and Zenobie.
So he can't silver her tree trunk. So if she wants a 2-handed weapon to use that can be silvered, she would want to keep that one of the great swords.
I have one.
You do still?
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, who wants to be in charge of this roll? I need a persuasion roll.
That could probably be me, being that I am full of charisma.
That would make sense.
I've got a +1 on my persuasion.
He's good.
I have a +3.
Mike has a
Man.
+5.
Actually, persuasion is a specialty of mine. So.
Go for it.
Oh, Jesus! Are you serious?
Good news. Good news.
You didn't change the dice color first.
Cal is
Yeah.
close to you. She took the luck feat. So,
Hello, sorry.
no, Cal, perfect timing. Perfect timing, Cal. Aram or Mike just rolled a nat 1. So you're not a halfling. Never mind. The luck feat's only good for you, not for the team, right? Okay.
Let me see.
Mike, you want to use your inspiration to re-roll that?
Yeah, it sounds like a good game plan.
That sounds like a great game plan.
Yeah, it looks like I can only use it on me or if I'm being attacked.
Right. You know, halfling bountiful luck is the one that can be passed around like a bad habit. Perfect. So re-roll, Mike. Your DM inspiration is gone. And let me add young Evan to this. Polar opposite. Oh, it's almost polar opposite.
Better.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Nice.
19.
Total of 19.
Yes.
All right, there. I added you to the chat, Evan. So you're in the Facebook chat now, so that you can be a part of all of our shenanigans. Let me roll for. Did you guys see I named him Rhubar?
Yeah.
For our person watching. They're probably not watching now because we lost all connection, but yeah, gone. But that's okay. Let me roll for him real quick. Oh. Come on. There you go. That's good for you. Let me see. I'm going to change this to this. And 260 gold total for that stuff.
Wow.
But not bad. I mean, it wasn't great. It was more than half of what they would have been sold for in a store. So that's always that's good.
So we got enough. Let's get Bitch Slap squared away with that great sword.
Yeah.
And let's see. Evan's got Essam has a little bit of magic in his pocket. Pilar has a little bit. I got a little bit. So I mean, we wouldn't be going empty-handed. So can we come up with another 40 gold?
Yeah.
I've got the other 40 if no one else can get it.
Okay. Yeah. If we can do that, then Zenobie and Sylvia will have to pick the weapons of their choosing.
Rock, paper, scissors, Zenobie?
How many items are you guys doing all together?
3.
3.
Not 4?
No, 3.
Because yeah, you only have 300 gold.
Right.
Gotcha. So
We want Bitch Slap to get a great sword. Sylvia, which weapon do you want?
Something to do with my bow arrow, probably.
He gets silver 30 arrows for the same price.
Okay. I shall do that.
And I will fix the damage to be silver.
Alright. And Zenevie?
You're muted.
My rapier.
Okay. I will.
Real quick, how do I add gold pieces to the party sheet?
You don't need to, because I'm just gonna steal it all anyway.
Go for
Just
it.
take the 40 off of there, off of your own sheet. Just delete it,
You click in the number box and just retype.
and then just delete it. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
simple, or retype whatever's left there. Should be good for Zenevie, and then last but not least, we'll do a little bitch slapping. And if you guys are watching the stream, you'll notice I got your little tunes, your little black and white tunes on your Zoom pictures.
Nice.
Just in your spots, you know. Oh, great sword, slashing, comma silver, and just for good measure, I'm going to see. Hopefully now, hopefully the Fantasy Grounds is working, because before I was having issues with the maps even working. So let me share a map. I'll just do. This is the streets, so we'll just do the streets real quick, see how that comes up.
Ooh.
And I'll throw old Larry on here. And he did not show up on there. So it's definitely Fantasy Grounds that's giving us trouble tonight. Because it's not populating the minis over from the combat tracker, so that's a whole thing. Because I put Larry dead center of that square there, and he's nowhere to be seen.
Okay, well.
So we're just gonna have to hope for the best as far as combat goes. You guys might get a taste of whatchamacallit, Theater of the Mind. So, and that's fine. You know, that's a whole other play style. So that's something we can definitely try out. So Rubar, the gnome that you guys are the blacksmith gnome, he says it's going to take the 300 gold that you guys are going to give him, and he needs about 11 hours to get all of these things done. But he's booked for today, so if you come back after, at the end of the day tomorrow, he should have it all done for you.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do in the meantime?
Well, I've still got longbows, shields, and a piece of armor to offload. So find an armor and a Fletcher to get rid of that stuff.
What kind of armor is it?
Hide armor.
Oh, okay. Sure. So, I mean, there's a leather worker nearby that you can go to that might take the hide. There is a Bower and Fletcher also. You're kind of in a semi-merchant area. A lot of the city sells stuff. There's booths and different stalls set up throughout. Anywhere there's streets, there's typically a couple of vendors that you could deal with that are good to unload your wares to. So go ahead and throw them in there. I don't want to role play through too much of just selling your wares. So Rubar is potentially a character we would see again just because he's a blacksmith and they come in handy. And you might see some other ones too. But we'll just go with. I'll just get it done quickly. And then, if you would, Mike, go ahead and give me another persuasion check for him.
Woo, that one.
Yo.
Noise.
That's very good for you. You should have rolled that the first time.
Right?
Huh.
Almost done. 1 second, Dave. Okay, that's everything.
Okay.
I got just a little bit more here. Oh no, I got this other little bit in there. Okay, so that's it. That's all from my inventory that I'll be throwing in the pot.
Okay. Anybody else?
In there.
I do like that you guys are we got a group gold.
Yeah. Well,
Fuck
look, we did it all together as a group. I am okay with dumping it all in a big pile, selling it, and splitting the profits amongst everybody.
I'm gonna do one thing here. Okay. Not bad.
Alright.
You know, 600 and some. Hey.
So 101 each.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you guys are doing. That doesn't include the damaged leather. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for following. Yeah, so that'd be 100 and some each. I can just divvy it up, though.
Yeah.
So I just divvied up 121 gold each, 1 silver each. And I still need to do the damaged leather. I have to do it separate because it's not worth as much as normal leather, and there isn't a damaged leather in the... Yeah, this is good. There you go. Couple more silver each. Hey, but at least you guys got a little cash to scratch together. And like I said, we'll do theater of the mind for it tonight, as far as like interacting with the NPCs as they come along, just because of the fact that Fantasy Grounds doesn't like us tonight. And hopefully I can figure it out with my connections at Fantasy Grounds after the game or tomorrow or something to figure out exactly what's going on as to why the tokens aren't reading across. It is... what is it? It's basically mid-morning for you guys, the day before all the goods are silvered, that you had to get silvered. You all have a little bit of cash in pocket. You all are in town and can do whatever you'd like, whether you stick together, go on your own ways, or whatnot. So please let me know how that looks, because you've got stuff you're waiting on.
Real quick. You distributed money, but I got none. What's up with that?
Must be why it was 121 instead of...
Uh-oh.
Why? You know why, Mike?
Why is that?
Because you remade your character, and he wasn't on here.
Mm.
So everybody take 20 gold off, and we're going to give Mike 100.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So we're not going to go nuts, Mike. That's just all you're getting.
Whatever. I left with 16 gold after we just, split up 600. I'm like,
Right.
no, wait a minute.
Alright.
That's because you're an elf and nobody likes you. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so you guys have managed to barter away the goods, get a little cash. You've not found Norlon yet. You have not seen Larry. You've basically stopped and you saw... you went and saw Sambo, the Dragonborn jeweler. And then you also went and saw Rhubar just down the street from him, the inventor blacksmith and weaponsmith. And then you went and saw some random cart people and sold off some leather and grabbed some bows. And when I say they're just not important, is they don't have stay up shops. They're more like just pop up vendors. They're like, yeah, I'll buy that. Oh yeah, here's some money, and you're like, that's a good enough deal. Done with it. But you'll probably never see them again, as they'll either be drunk, drinking away all the money they made, or taking their wares elsewhere. They're more like traveling or small shops than the stand shops like Rhubar and Sambo have.
Alright, sounds good.
Anybody got anything they want to do?
Well, Bitch Slap was sort of sticking really close to Xanadu this whole time, sort of looking at her out of the corner of the eye.
Considering the last time Bitch Slap was this close to her, she is concerned.
That's fair.
You did sort of chuck her. Very cool. So what?
She's kind of like, don't show fear, don't show fear.
Yeah, what did you say, Katie? It was a little hard to hear you. Is your mic up?
Turn it up.
Oh, I don't know if you have a mic that moves or not. You're just a little quiet.
Is that better?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So Bitch Slap was standing kind of close to Xanadu wherever she goes, just kind of sticking along with her, looking at her out of the corner of her eye, sort of sheepishly. Couldn't work.
Essentially pouring gasoline on.
Okay.
Alright, so, alright guys, so I've should check in with Rico.
Yeah, there's Rico, there's Norlon, there's a couple people you guys have to catch up with.
Who is Rico?
Rico's the cook that runs the restaurant that had you guys go murder rats.
Let's go talk to Norlon first. I didn't realize we didn't get that done yet.
Yeah.
Because that job's actually done. So let's go.
Definitely.
Okay. So, just based on where he was last time, you guys head on over towards like the Temple District. Which I'll just leave the same map up because it doesn't matter. The Temple District has quite a few different temples in it. There's 5 or 6 that you recognize. A couple other small shrines. There's people that kind of are out and about around the center. As you're wandering through the crowd, you know people kind of back away from you lot as you're kind of coming up to them. You notice the commoners take a wide berth of your party of 6. Go ahead and take a look at yourselves, and you might understand why. If you aren't covered in blood and guts, a little bit still from the final battle, I'd be surprised. You know, your clothes have been soiled. You've been on the road. Some of you have basically died, all but died. And blood out into your own garments. So you're wandering around essentially in like pools of your own blood, and you got like one of you like Bitch Slap has goblin eyeball in her hair, like you know what I mean. Like there's just things going on, and as you wander through the civilized town, the people take notice and kind of look at you, not necessarily side-eyed, but kind of like what is happening, and they definitely kind of part the Red Sea so you can make way through town.
Sounds efficient.
Good.
It's efficient. She's okay. But inside the Temple District, you're looking around like, okay, Temple to the Raven Queen, Temple to the Raven Queen. Don't really see one. After about a half hour, give or take, of looking, though, Norlon kind of just materializes, quote unquote, from the shadows of an alley between a couple of temples with his large raven on his shoulder, kind of picking into it, like biting into his hair and chewing stuff and pulling stuff out like a monkey picks out lice, But imagine the raven doing that to Norlon, and Norlon being the half orc Raven Queen cleric. He approaches you. He says, you all appear to have made it. That is good, and you've added another person. I recognize you. Yes, you've added another person to the mix. Is my home cleared?
Yes, your home is cleared.
Very well. I appreciate it. Then, as long as the goblins have been swept from my lair, I will thank you officially, and we are settled up, as it were.
Sounds good.
Appreciate the effort that you put into getting our members back to their feet.
Xenobi's gonna speak up and go, should we ever need your services again, may we inquire to your residences?
I stay in the Celestial Temple, just that you had just cleared, so feel free to come by until I've harvested it entirely. I will be staying there for the foreseeable future.
Should get a cleaning service for the place. It's a mess.
I will.
Your number.
I appreciate that. I will make good use of what is left of those ilk.
What do you harvest?
It's an interesting question, and it isn't berries and it is not meat, young half-orc. I feel we are from different tribes, as our people maybe value different things, and I was raised closer to the city than it appears you were, but some beings at some time or another have taken it upon themselves to die in this realm, and their leftovers could be used for a number of medicinal cures and other rites of passage for the clerics of my order and others. So I've taken it upon myself to harvest this once ancient being that you have cleared for me that I currently call my home. Now that the goblins are gone, I can get back to work, and hopefully in the next 5 years or so, I should be able to finish straightening all my affairs there. Perhaps you noticed the white substance that was a bit hard to traverse over inside the caverns?
Yeah, definitely had an experience with that stuff.
it may be awkward to walk upon, but it is much better to use for enchantments and the like. So I've taken upon myself to not only harvest it, but eventually to curate it into something that'll be useful for potential magic users of my order and others. Maybe come see me down the road, and I could point you in the right direction of how to use some of it for your own ends, should you still choose to be adventurers down the road after what battles you've already been through. With that, I bid you adieu, unless there's anything else, mighty adventurers.
Thank you for the offer.
Thanks.
No,
We'll definitely be in touch if our paths ever head that way.
Perfect. And he kind of walks past and through you guys and heads towards the north gate.
All right. So now that job is settled, now I suggest we go see Rico.
Is that really what you want to do?
Probably, a hot bath and a beer sounds good to me.
He has the beer.
All right, Bard. All right, yeah.
There is a bathhouse in town, about 3 blocks from the docks. There is a public bathhouse that could be used. It's known to have soothing waters that heal the mind, body, and soul.
Zena looks up at Bitch Slap and is like, how do you feel about a bath?
Not great, but okay.
Okay.
I just see her, like, she reaches over, pulls the goblin eyeball out and says, delicacy. Oh, yeah, exactly. 100%. I'm clean. Cool. So it sounds like Zenevieve and Bitchlap, all but holding hands, heading towards the bathhouse.
Yep.
They made up swiftly, right? Like, it was like, move, bitch. I'm bitch. And then, like, yeah. Very good.
I want to find a shop that sells poison so I could have that on hand for any time I need it in battle.
Okay. Poisons are going to be harder to find, just because they're not quite legal. And of the group, Zenevieve would probably be the best suited to finding it. The people that she maybe would run into in the undercurrent of the city. Who did we lose somebody?
Evan.
The undercurrent of the city is more her people. And you being a horned tiefling, you might be able to slide into those ranks a little bit, but you might also need an introduction or a guide to get you to the right channels. Are you okay with the blood splatter, or are you thinking of the bathhouse as well?
I'll go to the bathhouse.
Fuck it. I guess we'll
stay.
Fine, I can keep it clean if you insist.
That's fun. That's great. It's like a spa day for the ladies, and all the guys are standing there like, bath? Psh, this year? Okay. 3 are going to the bathhouse. The boys?
Bathhouse sounds good to me.
I mean, honestly, if we walk in and talk to Rico with guts flying off of our armor,
Of course.
it's going to have a bigger presence than if we go in there all sparkly clean. But
This is true.
I suppose.
No, your point is valid. Let's go see Rico.
I'll entertain this, but I want the bath after.
That's good.
All right, so the 3 ladies go to the bathhouse first, or they're already going to Rico. I don't care. So like, you don't even have to go to the bathhouse. You guys can all be nasty forever. It's whatever you guys want to do.
Forever.
I don't plan on being it forever. That is not my style. But I do know that having guts falling off of my clothing when I'm looking at some guy trying to go, I kill things. I need money.
Let's handle
Might make a
business
better
first. That way,
Right.
once I get this armor off, I don't have to put it back on right away.
Sounds good.
Keep those feet up and relax.
I like that idea.
So you know what the boys' plans are then.
Okay. So some of you head over to that, and you guys get to Rico's place. Again, Rico's establishment is actually pretty sweet. It's a 2-story fine dining establishment. He is known for being a really good cook, which is exactly why he was willing to pay you to keep rats from coming up from the sewers into his basement and into his wares, because if that was found out, it would ruin his reputation. So again, I'm sorry, who is all going to see Rico right now?
Me.
Gotta be
Is
all
it
the boys.
just the boys, and all the girls are going to the bathhouse? So each group pick one person, and I need to roll off to see who goes first.
Go for it, Mike.
All right, what am I rolling?
Just a regular 20 in the chat box. And girls, ladies,
Bitch Slap, do you want to roll? I figured somebody who can record their rolls.
fair enough. So boys first, and then I'll whip back around to ladies. I know it's ladies first in like ancient times, but this is 2022. We're equal rights, bitches, right?
Roll for initiative in this game.
Roll for initiative for the groups.
Roll for initiative.
You guys get up to Rico's restaurant, the Flying Napkin, and you go in. You're disgusting and a great time. He sees you. He kind of bulks, like he gets a little white in the face, and he kind of rushes over. He's in the back when you come in, but he sees you come in as he's kind of putting stuff on the counter, or the window to serve to the masses. There's about 10 people downstairs eating, in like 4 different tables total. So 2 tables have more than one, or more than 2, and the rest have 2 people. And they're eating good meals. Looks like some have soup, some have soup and bread. One guy has a steak. There's a pheasant that this lady's eating. It's a pretty good assortment of different delicacies and foods. But once he notices you there, he kind of gets white in the face and rushes over to you and kind of corrals you back towards the foyer, because it's fancy.
Yeah.
So the foyer, if you're from the Midwest. And he's like, hey, so what news? It's been a couple days. I haven't had nearly as many issues. Wink,
Yeah. Well, as you can plainly see by our attire, we've been a little preoccupied. So we came to update you with the situation that we are getting ready to look into your bigger issue. Wink.
Yes, I would appreciate you finishing things. And remember, if you are able to take care of things, and he catches a whiff, and he says, oof, takes a step back. If, once you've taken care of things, I do have an item that may be of interest to someone in your party. So I will tell you more about that, obviously, once you've done what you've told me you'd do. So, but thank you for stopping in. I hadn't seen you, and I was beginning to worry that maybe you had reneged on our deal.
Obviously, you can see we are a little preoccupied. So
It looks as such, perhaps an afternoon at the bathhouse would do you well.
we're on our way, but we didn't want to keep you waiting too much longer. Especially considering there's payment when we're done, correct?
Yes. Once you're presentable, come back, and I'd love to make sure you all have a hot meal in your stomachs, and you can tell me about when you'll be beginning the new venture. But as you see, I have some people here, some still waiting for food. I must return to my kitchens at once before things start to burn.
So be it.
He kind of like nods, bows off to you, kind of backs away, and then runs off.
Before he backs off, I want to reach into my pack and pull out the 3 rat tails there and be like, Aram didn't know about these. I was one of the ones who didn't quite make it out the first time, but I'd like to collect payment on these before we part ways.
Balar, is it? I know not what you speak of. My kitchen calls. Please come see me after the bathhouse. And perhaps we'll talk. I'm not sure what you're speaking of. Please put those disgusting things. I've never in my life. And he gets very flustered and red in the face and looks around at his guests, and you're not sure if they noticed or not, but you're holding 3 swinging rat tails up in his fine dining establishment, and he's just please get the fuck out of here,
So I'll take a step up closer to him and slip them into my pocket as I do so, and be like, you can give me payment, or I can pull them back out of my pocket. I didn't die for nothing.
Of course. Go around back. Go around back. Jeez, He looks around. One of the guests looks and notices him getting kind of flustered, and he gets more flustered and starts spittling. Thank you for stopping by. Please clean yourselves and come back for a nice meal. And then he dismisses himself to the kitchen, and you're welcome to go around to the back.
Yeah, do that.
At the back door, he's not belligerently mad, but you can tell he's physically upset. He's like, I don't appreciate that kind of patronage. I paid you for discretion. Discretion! And he voice peaks, ooh! And he's very, very adamant about his discretion he had paid for, and that he's here, and he gives you 6 silver, and he says, this is what you get for those. Of course, it's just a couple rats, but no one needs to know. Wow, the city itself is overran, but my restaurant will not be. I don't appreciate that, Balar.
I probably could have been a little smoother about it, but just a little salty about dying was all. My apologies. I'll be more discreet in the future.
I'm a man of my word. You'll get paid for what you've done. Finish what you started, and we'll talk about the rest. And if you do it quietly and keep it discreet, there might even be a bonus in it for you. By the way, try the cod. It's very good tonight.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Cool. All right, ladies, you get to the bathhouse, and it's midday. It had been mid-morning at the jeweler. You guys have wandered around, went and met with Norlon, and the Raven Queen's cleric, and a couple hours gone by. It's just a little afternoon by the time you kind of work your way around to the bathhouse, which is a large single-story building. If you want a visual aid, it's in comparison to other buildings. It's the bottom left-hand corner of the map I'd shared. So it's a pretty good-sized building. It is. It has think those Japanese screen walls in a kind of a maze. It's got the screen walls, and then it's a semi maze to get inside, and then it's a couple steps down into a large public bath. There are servants wandering around with hot towels and other towels and dry towels to let you get into. There are laundering maids that'll come and collect your clothes and wash them if you pay the extra couple of silver. So you can, and they use mending magic as well. So not only will they clean your outfits and whatnot, they'll also mend any holes and darn your socks if you're wearing socks. Whatever. They're gonna do all the things. And those of you that know what darning is, it's when you take a little needle and thread and you just fix the little toe holes that come up in socks. I think that's what darning is. I could be completely wrong because I'm not much of a sewer, but I know how to sew. Anyway. Boy Scouts.
Someone who is currently darning.
Oh no, you're not.
Exactly what it is.
That's what it means. Okay, perfect. I kind of forgot. I sort of similar. I have the Boy Scout badge for sewing, and I have a theater performance degree. I had a costuming class, so whatever. You got it. In the bathhouse, though, there's close to 15 or so different people in the different corners, and the bathhouse is 60 by 60 foot roughly. I mean, it's pretty good size. It's about 5 foot deep at the deepest, but most of it's about 3.5 to 4 feet deep. And there's people who, depending on the level you want to pay for, they'll wash you. They'll scrub you down. You can also wash on your own. There are there's 12 large tubs around the edges of the large pool. So if you want your own private bathtub, you can pay extra to have somebody scrub and dub you. In the scrubbly bubbles, every one of those 12 comes with a complimentary rubber ducky, which is a pretty big deal. So I guess it depends on what you'd like to spend, if much of anything. For 3 silver, you can use the public bath with no cleaning service, no laundering service, anything like that. For 6 silver, you can get everything mended and cleaned. And for a full gold, you can have it all mended, cleaned, and someone will wash you in a private tub. So just make your decisions and let me know what they are. They don't really matter. It just matters how much money you take off your sheet. And the experience you get.
Gold.
Yes. Is that what you said, Katie, a gold?
I've been sitting for that. I'm waiting for Xanadu because
Zena doesn't want anybody else touching her, but she does want all her shit done. So
6 silver?
She'll do the 6 silver.
Okay, so 6 silver is 60% of 1 gold. So do you have 6 silver or do you just have gold?
I think I do have silver.
Okay.
Yes, I have a lot of silver. Where'd that come from?
Oh, you guys got that just recently. So yeah, so you just take it off of there. You just rewrite the number. So you're doing 6 silver. Wash yourself, but have your clothes mended and darned, etc. And bitch slap. Your thoughts?
We don't have many clothes to mend and darn. So.
You have a bunch of like random animal skins that are just like essentially tied around you to cover your extremities and keep you warm when necessary. But like you don't have any like you have that one robe that you've like draped over your shoulder.
All right. Okay, we'll let them have my skins.
Are you going for the scrubbly bubbles too with the or just 6 silver?
Just 6 silver.
Okay. And Cheyenne, what's Sylvia think?
Oh, gold.
They
She wants the full experience.
100%. They shine your horns. They're like polishing them. They like braid your hair if you want it braided. Like you come out of there like lickety split, like you're clean. They give you a good shaving if you want one. They'll do it all. This is not a wax service. That's extra, but they will give you a fresh shave. Above or below, whichever you decide.
I'll just get my hair braided back, get the horns shined, and clothes cleaned and scrubbed down. Lickety split.
I just love it. This is the first D&D game where people had to go get a bath, but I love it that it happened. So, 25 years of Dungeons and Dragons, and this is what we're doing. 25 plus.
Really?
Huh?
Can I try to make friends with the people who are cleaning me?
Absolutely. That's 100% something you can do. It seems that most of the population that is doing the servant jobs are all humans. Not a lot of other people. They're low to mid class humans potentially. Not sure. Hard to tell. They're all in plain robes with just ropes for belts, and if they're ladies, they have like shawls over their hair and stuff to keep the dampness from getting in their own hair and things. But they scrub you down pretty good, and you do feel pretty good. The lady who takes care of you is Watilda. She was born and raised here in Blacktomb. She's about 16, 17 years old. She's a younger person. This is her first time working. Her dad's actually a butler for one of the Lord Mayors, and he thought it'd be good for her to have to learn to serve because that's all she'll ever amount to. That's right, Watilda. You're welcome.
The look on Cal's face. Sorry.
What?
It was that's all she'll ever amount to. I'm like,
she's just like.
That's such a horrible thing to say to your child.
Well, she was born. It's like a caste system mindset, like he's like.
Still like, oh my god.
I agree. I mean, Dane and DMD by I both combined into one. We both agree, as I am one unit. But no, I definitely agree. She could do way more. But what do you say to that, Cheyenne? She's telling you her life story.
So basically, my arms are up as I'm naked getting scrubbed, and she's telling me her life story. And I'm like, I don't know if any of you seen Avatar: Last Airbender. We're like, man, that's rough.
Yeah. Well, it's life. I got to learn sometime, and this couple copper, couple silver here and there pays the bills. I want to eventually move out.
Do they pay you good at least?
I mean, it's okay. It just if we stay busy, it's we're allowed to take tips. Wink.
I'm gonna secretly pass her 10 gold.
Holy shit! If she takes it and she goes scarlet, like she goes completely red, and from the neck up, well, all you can see of her skin is red as she's like shocked. It's more gold than she's probably ever held at once. She's not an adventurer. That's like a yearly wage almost. Huh?
I pat her and I told her that I was like, I want you to save this, and I want you to get your own place, and I want you to accomplish your dreams and find me and tell me all about it. And then I'm gone.
Oh.
Just then I'm gone.
Of course, my ladies. Of course. Here, wait. Turn to the left, and she like gets the underboob, gets the pit. All the work. Cal's the underboob. Oh no, not the underboob.
It's the handing of the gold. I'm like, wait, let me finish this shit.
Yeah, like a miss a spot. Very good. But you come out. You've been preened and trimmed. Everything is immaculate. And bitch slap you and Genevieve both get out and you're clean. I mean, you slapped some water on yourselves, dunked yourself under a couple times, shook your hair around, flew it back, and got a couple of like prissy old rich ladies in the corner wet with your like blood and gut and goblin hair that you splashed on them, and they kind of squeal. But they don't say much. They kind of like look at you side-eyed and like move to the other side of the pool and then dry off and get out and then kind of keep looking back like, oh my god, that half-orc threw a bloody gut hair at us. And all of that. And then, about an hour of this whole ritual of cleaning goes on, and then you three ladies are able to get up and get out, and your skins come back curated, so they've been cured. They're no longer foul-smelling deer flesh. There's no meat, like rotted meat hanging on them. There's no, there's none of that. The robe itself that was covered in guts and blood has been, destained or whatever. The stains have been removed, and all the holes and stuff have been mended. And they give you it folded, like boop, and like your fur boots, if you have boots, they come back looking like everything looks pretty good. I mean, it's a fine establishment in what they've done, and you all basically look and smell much better. The only one of you that has any kind of distinct scent from it, though, would be Sylvia, because they use like lavender scented soaps. The other two of you just got the no scent soaps, like just plain lie, But this all matters. This all is going to come into play a whole bunch of times. Doesn't, but as they finish up, the guys will probably show up just as you guys are all clean. They're going to come in all nasty, and the bathhouse attendant pool boys essentially are going around with their nets, and they're like getting goblin chunks and stuff out, like with their like pool nets. They're like rowing through it and scooping stuff up and like depositing it in these little trash basins or these little trash tins. And then guys, you're
as soon as they're done, the boys are about to get in there.
Yeah, they literally just finished like getting all the guts and hair and like the partial scalps and stuff that you guys had like myrtleized between rats and goblins, and all your stuff.
All that soup.
Can I have that for my stew? Love it.
Bitch Chuck is like, oh, a doggy bag, nice.
Oh man, that's great. But yeah, boys, you all show up and you have the same option. You want your horns shined?
I'm doing the 6 silver.
Lame.
I'll wash myself.
Thinking the same thing.
Can you hit the options for me one more time?
Sure. So what was it? It was 3 silver I said for just like cannonball in and get out, and then it was 6 silver, and they'll you get more. A full gold was the tubs on the side, and you get like somebody that scrubs and dubs you and make sure you're good. 6 silver was wash yourself in the main area, and then 3 silver was what? I can't even remember. It was just like a towel off. It's not. I mean, it's 3 silver would work, but 6 silver is the better service. I can't even remember what I said like 5 minutes ago. So
I thought it was the one where they get like laundered your.
Oh yeah. That's what it was. It was to add the laundry in. So 6 silver was you get your clothes laundered too. Thank you. That's why I keep young brains around me.
Yeah, I'll just do the basic clean myself and get my clothes laundered.
Yep, 6 silver. Okay. Now, Aram, where you're from, public bathhouses are a thing, like a big thing, and the full service is also a big thing. Especially just putting it out there. Just a thought.
Dude, I was already planning on it. So I was actually going to pay 3 gold. 1 gold for the services and 2 extra for a tip on the prettiest hands in there to clean me.
Perfect.
So.
Perfect. Well, luckily, what Tilda is done with Bitch Slap, so she'll definitely take care of fixing you up too. She's getting a healthy tip today. 12 gold total. That's pretty healthy. She says, all right, now turn to the left. All right, cough. No.
Bend over, touch your toes.
Yeah, better touch your toes. Hey, that's what we follow. The good news is, if you've watched all of the streams, thank you for following Glambrina. I appreciate it. If you watched the previous streams, we've had a full-on like course It was like, what was the first night? It was like furries.
Foot fetish.
It was foot fetish. And then there was furries. And now we have bathhouse talks. Like, like it's just it's a whole thing, turn and cough. But yeah, no, she definitely, she shines you up real good, Mike. You get your hair gelled, the nice coiffed pompadour going on or whatever you want your guy to have. All your decisions. Rubber. That's true. And don't forget, Aram, you and Sylvia now have, and you need to add to your inventory sheets, complimentary rubber ducky from the bathhouse. Because those are yours. You paid for the difference. And rubber's a thing. Okay. Maybe, I don't know, magically made in the times of ye olden days. Awesome. So I'm gonna just see if I'm crazy. Yeah, I don't know why. It really upsets me that we can't throw stuff on the map because I have like encounters planned for you guys that I was gonna run through. That we can still do. I just was hoping that the viewers be able to see the map, but I guess I'll just have to get good at my talking. You guys get your, roughly hour worth of cleaning up and everything. All your clothes come back all kinds of fixed up as well. Everything's good. You guys are looking, to the nines, as close to the nines as you get. Bitch slap, I don't know if you're planning on it or not, but you can put your clothes on a little better now since they even like restitched them some to where if you slide in them just right, they'll actually fit like a normal person's outfit. Kind of. I mean, it's still over one shoulder and, and around the waist a little, but like it covers your parts better and it's more like an actual, like almost like a short sleeve and short leg onesie. We lost.
Struggling through that.
We lost Evan. He like disconnected on both. He'll come back. By the time you guys are done with your bath, I don't know, ladies, if you're just gonna wait on the guys out front or whatever. There are a few people out there that it's like a smoke circle where they the people that after they have their bath, they'll step out front and they pass like clove cigarettes around and just smoke them and contemplate life. But yeah, so they're up front there for for a bit if you guys just want to wait on the guys, and then the guys will come out. And everybody's clean, everybody's looking good. The crowds will not part for you. It's close to 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. You're all probably pretty hungry, and you have a standing invitation to Rico's, the flying napkin. Or do whatever else.
Well, I guess we should start heading our way or making our way over there.
Okay.
Unless anybody else has anything.
Zenevieve, I was meaning to ask you about something.
Oh,
Do you know anybody who by chance could get some? Do you know anybody by chance who could get me some poison? I say that kind of hush because I know it's.
Ooh.
I'll share with you, of course, for getting you the.
Wonderful. We can ask around. I'm certain I could find someone around here.
Okay, if you could just kind of keep your ear to the ground and see what we could do. I think it'd be good to have that for battles and for our arrows.
Agreed. I'll keep a lookout.
Awesome. Okay, away to food because I know we are all hungry. Oh, you stupid whore. Sorry.
Sleep with one person in 3rd grade and you're forever labeled. Let's see. So,
Choosing.
I'm sorry, that's not
None
real.
of you have my laptop. You are all lovely.
Okay.
Chiefly talk for thanks, Genevieve.
So, Zenevieve, when she mentions the word poison to you, it reminds you of a kind of a middle-aged bearded human named Franz that you are familiar with as a criminal contact of yours here in Blacktomb Keep. He's the only person that you can come to mind that might be able to get a line on some poisons. He's a person that you've taken stolen goods to before in the past, and he actually got your first assassination gig for you before you met the adventurers. He's also the one that looped you in on the whole, well, I don't have anybody that needs killed right now, but this caravan's going here. If you want to go on this route, with them, there's a little money to be made there that your skills could at least be useful.
Okay.
So you'll want to write Franz down as your criminal contact under your notes section. Sylvia, you're going to want to write Watilda down as your bathhouse serving girl NPC friend.
How do I spell his name?
Franz?
Yes.
Frans.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna say to Zenobia, well, maybe if you have anybody in mind, we can go after we get some food and before we settle everything.
I do have someone in mind. That sounds like a great plan.
After dinner?
Looks like Evan's internet went down. He said he's trying to get back on. So yeah, the plan is then go to Rico's and eat first.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Settle what we need to settle there and then figure out our next plan. And then me and Zenobia, and if anybody else wants to come with, we'll break off and go meet with her criminal contact.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm tagging with Zachary.
I like that bitch slap is like imprinted on you. It's like a baby raptor that wakes up and sees you first. I'm not sure why or when this happened, but I'm not against it. I'm really not.
I am a mother now.
Are you my mother?
Should I be Auntie then?
Okay. You guys get to Rico's. You have a wide. We can go through it all if you want, but there's a wide menu to choose from. Like I said, there's steak, there's pheasant, there's a soup on the menu as well as bread. It's not a huge menu as per each day he makes a couple different things. There is the ever stew that he keeps over the fire that he basically just keeps filling back up with things and keeps constantly working and it's always changing, and he adds spices and things as time goes on. That is the cheapest meal here. It's very hearty and it always tastes different, but depending on what you choose, it'll just be basically what you owe. So just say what you owe and I can go. Oh, and there is the cod. Yeah, I can't forget the cod. It's very good today.
I'm gonna go with the cod.
Cod piece.
I'll take the steak.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Cod is 5 silver. The steak is 8 silver.
I shall do the cod.
Cod is 5 silver.
Zena will also get the steak.
All right, 8 silver. Matching sister friends.
This is a fishing town, was it?
It is.
Yeah, I'll just have a cod.
All right, 5 silver. And it comes on a bed of rice with some steamed carrots.
Yeah, well, I'm just considering the fact that we're in a fishing town. We're not in a flatland ground, so I don't know where
know how to cook fish better.
I don't know where the meat's coming from.
Well, I mean, there's meat around for sure. And everybody's food is pretty good. The steaks are basically cooked medium. They come with a loaded potato, has like cheese and onion on it, and then it also comes with carrots as well. And it's all very good. You guys are all very full. Everything's good. You get your long rest. Is there anybody that wants to do anything else tonight besides Sylvia and Zenevie and Bitch Slap who want to go and meet with Franz?
At this point, I'm thinking eat and sleep. Yeah.
Eat and go find a place to rest for the night.
Yeah.
Okay. Balar?
Sleep.
Okay, you're down to just rest too. All right, so you guys eat. Everything's good. You go off and find the inn. The inn is 5 silver for the night. For us, just if you want the common room, or you can spend a gold and get a private room that has 2 beds in it. So 5 silver a piece, or 5 silver a piece, either way. But if you combine your gold or your silver into 1 gold, you can get a 2-bed room.
I'll share the room with you if you're cool with it.
No, I'm taking the 1 gold room, but I'll be there alone. Thank you, though.
Alright. I will, if I can it. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get a private room. So if anybody else wants to jump in with me, feel free.
You can bunk with me. Because I'm sure Bitch Slap and Zenobie are going to be inseparable.
I am assuming that's what's happening.
Bitslap likes to sleep outside under the stars.
I already got the room, Sylvia, so whenever you're done with whatever you're doing, it's here.
They really are besties, Glam Burnett. Like, they really are. I don't know why yet. Well, maybe I'm going to need a 10-page written article on exactly how they became besties. Go ahead and put that in my inbox by the end of the week. But no, just kidding. Cool. So you guys go off and you're gonna look for Franz, and his typical hangout is in kind of a dingy watering hole, known as the Rusty Bucket. The Rusty Bucket is not a place to sleep at night. It is literally just a place to go and get shitty liquor for cheap and talk to kind of shady acquaintances. It is a 1-story, 50 by 30 foot place that has a bar and a small wine cellar that has some beers and liquors and stuff in it. But Franz is there with a group of 4 other guys, and they're playing cards.
I nudge Zenobie. I'm like, hey, come on, let's go approach him.
Zena slowly walks up and just kind of behind him and just like slowly puts a hand on his shoulder and is like, "What's up, pal?"
Genevieve, back, huh? How was the caravan?
Interesting. It was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. What's going on? What do you need? You want to jump in this game?
Maybe in a second. We're looking for something a little, we need it inconspicuous.
Oh, yeah. I get that. Hey, guys, my friend Genevieve, give me a minute here. I fold. He puts his hand down and he walks away. Roll perception checks.
Oh, boy.
All of us?
Yeah, if you're there. The boys are in their rooms, like, making sure they got fully cleaned. Reading books and stuff.
That do me well.
Oh, yeah, Genevieve got an 8.
I got an 8.
You got an 8 as well? You got this, Katie. It's under skills tab.
I got it. Like, everything's fine. Oh, God. Everything's fine.
Fantastic. So, Franz takes you it's kind of off to another table for a minute, and he says, "So what's going on?"
We need to get our hands on some poison.
Okay, say it louder for the guys in the back. Jesus Christ, Genevieve. I told you, you know better. But yeah, I got you. I know a guy. How much? How much you looking to spend, or how much do you want?
Sylvia, how much do you need?
How much would 10 gold get me? Just so I can estimate it.
Oh, it really depends on the kind. What did you want to do? I mean, there's different kinds of poison. And he says it a little louder than you did, so you give him a dirty look. Like, be a straight bitch, and you're yelling. Yeah, right. Could you not, bro? He's like, oh, it sort of depends. Are you looking to kill? To put him to sleep? To paralyze? Like, what's your end-all goal here?
Kill or put them to sleep. Kind of along those two.
Kill or severe damage,
Yeah. We're adventuring right now, I'm sure you know.
I'm planning on coding weapons in it.
Okay.
Yes.
So I've got 1 dose, which is let me see. I got a guy. I'm pretty sure he's got a few options when it comes to poison, but yeah, and you have a couple ideas. There's just depending on what you want. Like, there's a potion. Now those are usually 200-300 gold for the potion that is a poison. They drink it and they're poisoned, and it does a lot of damage. But if you're looking to coat arrows, and that's what I heard, right? You want to kind of coat some arrows.
Yeah.
I really only have two options that come to mind. Unless you want the full kit so you can build your own as time goes on.
How much would kit be?
So for probably 60 gold, I can get you a kit. Now, it does take a fine hand and an astute mind to really do it correctly to get the best results. So that's why I always say just buy it. But that or, for 15 gold, I can get you basically 10 doses of this stuff you can dip your arrows in. It'll do a little extra damage, potentially, maybe kill. I don't know if it'll put them down for sure, but it might add a little sting to the bite, make it harder for them to function. Or what I really recommend is the same 10 doses from this specialty. I have one batch of it. It's 250 gold, but it's guaranteed to cause some hella damage.
Does anybody like the one for 15 gold?
I like the one for 15 gold.
I'm feeling the one for 15 gold also. Okay, cool.
Yes.
I'll put in 12 gold, and if you want to do the rest, I'll do the majority since you got us to him.
Sounds good. I'll take the other 3 then.
So I don't have it on me. It's not my area. I just know a guy. Why don't you tell you what? Look, give me the 15 gold, and I'll be here tomorrow. You can just come get it from me tomorrow. I'll go get it from him after I game tonight.
All right. Sounds good.
Can I give you part of the gold, and I'll give you the rest later on when you have it?
Listen, Sylvia, is it?
Yes.
I may or may not have just lost the last 3 hands. My luck's not really been great tonight, and I just have to say, I don't really have gold to fucking throw around. I want to help you. I don't. It's no hair off my back. I don't even get a finder's fee. I know Genevieve so long at this point. But, this is all I can really do. I can't really go and be like, hey, give me some poison, and not give him money. I gotta have the money.
No, that's fair. All right, I'll give you the gold.
All right.
Cool. Go ahead and give me insight checks.
Oh, God.
Me too.
Yeah, Katie, you totally can. I mean, you're not really in the conversation as you didn't ask for gold. You're so used to squishing everything with your two-handed tree trunk that, maybe you're like, poison, why? They're basically splattered.
I got a 12.
Oh, you guys are doing really good. Everything seems to be on the up and up. Very cool. And he's like, all right, well, I guess I should get back to the game so I can lose some more. Maybe I'll win. You never know. I'll see you. So about this time tomorrow, then?
Yeah, this time tomorrow will work.
All right, that's perfect. That's all I've ever needed. I'll see you here. Hey, Genevieve, let me talk to you for just a second.
All right. She follows him wherever he's going.
Hey,
Following Genevieve.
yeah.
Somebody's gonna have to physically stop me.
He says, hey, Genevieve, he looks back at the half-orc like, what's her deal?
I think she, I don't know, she likes me.
Okay. Can we have a minute there, you big-ass lady?
Bitch slap, why don't you come get a drink with me really quick? I doubt we'll still be able to see her.
Yeah, bitch, I'll be right here. I'll be okay.
She goes and gets Sylvia.
She does.
I just,
I'll watch it.
her.
Watching out of his corner of her eye, just like, Okay, I dig it. So he pulls you over to kind of the same table you were just at. Now that she's walked away, he says, listen, I think I'm about to come around on my luck. Can you spot me like, I don't know, 20 gold?
All right, but you owe me a favor.
That's fine. I mean, I'll pay it back to you. I mean, I just lost the last couple hands, but I think it's about to turn around.
All right, you owe me a favor, or I want the 20 gold back tomorrow.
Oh, all right, yeah, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. I'll tell you, you really should try to scratch some money together for this stuff I got that I got a line on. The 250 gold stuff is just killer. Pun intended.
I'll work towards that. I am interested, just not at the moment.
All right, well, that sounds good. It's good to see you. It's been a couple days to a week anyway. I can't even. Time flies. I've been in kind of a drunken stupor.
Yeah, I've been scraping past the brink of death.
Are you looking for work?
Some of us were not as lucky, but.
Oh, Well, glad to hear you made it. Are you looking for more work by chance?
We have something lined up, but we can always consider other contracts.
Well, let me look into that. I caught wind of something right up your alley. You know, they maybe don't deserve to die, but it's about time they did, if you catch my drift.
Okay, I'd be interested in hearing about this.
Yeah, I'll tell you more about it tomorrow. Let me make sure it's still needed.
Alright.
Yeah, have a good night. He takes the 20 gold with a smirky smile, and he slides back into the table and gets dealt back in and slaps one of the gold in front of him and says, "Game on, boys!" And like the rest of you lot, are you planning on sticking around the rusty bucket, or?
I don't want to be rude, but I want to yell back at him and be like, "Do not spend any of the gold that we gave you in the game."
I don't even know what you're talking about. I feel you. I don't know how long I can do that voice for, honestly. Like, it's a little scratchier than I'm used to. But yeah, no. So that sounds good. He gets back to his game. Are you guys doing anything else at the Rusty Bucket, or are you gonna head over to the local inn establishment you guys agreed on?
Yeah, the end.
I'm gonna head back over if everybody else is.
Perfect. Bitch Slap, are you sleeping out under the stars on the edges of town again, or are you gonna try to in out and see what a bed feels like?
Yeah, we're gonna stay as close to Xanadu as we can. That's outside her door. That's fine.
I still have no idea what's happening. Okay. You're like, I'm developing a new pack, you know? Very cool. So you guys go back, go ahead and mark off whatever amounts of money you need to mark off based on the room choice you choose. If Genevieve and Katie are gonna Genevieve and Bitch are gonna room together, it's basically a gold between you, 5 silver each. Sylvia, Balar said crash with him. You can mark this 5 silver off for that, and we'll assume that the dwarf wants his own room as well. So we'll just take a gold off of his sheet real quick. Hopefully he makes it back eventually. I don't know. Some real super duper issues tonight with all the things. Am I right?
Sylvia, I already paid for the room, so you don't have to mark anything off.
Oh, you're not gonna charge her? Okay.
I'm gonna slip 5 silver pieces into his pouch while he's asleep.
Roll me a stealth check. Or sleight of hand.
Okay,
He catches you putting money in his pocket, right? And you're like, "Why are you stealing from me?" Oh.
Okay, but... okay. That's going to be 18.
Are you wearing your armor?
I think I might be, yeah.
You're at disadvantage.
Fuck, okay. Well, damn, that's gonna be an 8.
So based on his passive perception, then, hey, I think he's coming back. Wait. Well, everybody's picture moved. Whatever.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh.
I turned off my camera so you guys didn't have to watch grossness.
Oh, good times. Balara, your passive perception is 14, so you notice her rummaging around in your pouch.
What are you doing there, Sylvia?
I hold up 5 silver pieces. Well, you told me I didn't have to pay, but I felt really bad, so I just wanted to put this in your pocket.
Oh, well, I mean, you could have just given it to me. I was just paying for the room because you weren't here.
Well, this way's more pizzazz. And she still slides it into his pouch, staring him in the eye.
Okay, well, thanks. I'm gonna go back to sleep now.
Well, you do this.
All right, so we do like the thing from Scooby-Doo. You know, the night turns to day. I'm just going to roll one quick die here to see. I was on Sylvia for some reason. So that is a 10. You guys are good. It's interesting. Lots of stuff changed in Fantasy. I'm gonna have to spend like 2 hours looking at Fantasy Grounds. Okay. The next morning arrives. You guys are in town. Everything's going well. You're all fully rested. I think we're good on there. I'm gonna go ahead and do a long rest on here anyway. But I think we already did it. But I'm just gonna blast it again to see what happens. Yeah, still not showing up on there. So next morning, you guys, as far as things to do left in town, as far as what you already know of, there's just reconnecting with Larry if you choose to, and then picking up your 3 silver or your quiver and your 2 other silvered weapons, the rapier and the greatsword. And then besides that, and seeing Rico to finish that quest, what else was there?
Poison.
Pick up the poison, but that's. But I mean, the poison and the silvered weapons are all 11 hours out.
Does anybody need to make a trip to the apothecary and get more healing potions or anything?
I actually think I do, yeah.
I do as well.
Yeah, looking
It's
into that might be a good idea.
Okay. It looks like most of you have over 100 gold still, so you potentially could buy some healing potions. I really wish that Evan was back because he actually can make them. That's part of his whole shtick. That's okay. There is. Where are you gonna go for potions? Are you gonna try and find somebody local in town, or ask around, or what's your guys' plan? Before you got them from Larry.
Right, but Larry's probably going to be out.
With
the way he was
upon another dwarf.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think we have any more business with Larry, other than checking in to see if he has anything to sell, but because he's supposed to be keeping an eye out for things, special things for us. But
I mean, if he did happen to find more potions, we'd probably get a better price from him.
yeah,
I mean, it's worth taking a look for Larry before stopping at a random shop.
sounds like a game plan.
All right, 2 of you can roll investigation. You guys can decide who. I feel like the party's very sexist. It's like, ladies, let's go here. Guys, let's go here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. But it's fine. I mean, it is what it is.
So, if I'm proficient at investigation, how do I roll that?
It should be a little star next to you, next to your skill.
Yeah, I see. I've got that, but do I roll at advantage or
No.
just normal roll?
It's added in already. So you see, like,
Okay.
see how, like, on acrobatics, you have a +3?
Mm-hmm.
If I put a star there, it goes up to 5.
Oh, okay.
If I put 2 stars, it means you're doubly proficient or an expertise.
Okay. Gotcha.
I didn't actually look, Sylvia, or not Sylvia, Genevieve, do you have your skills? Did you take expertise in anything?
I don't think so.
I feel like you're supposed to. Yeah, expertise. So at first level, choose 2 of your skill proficiencies. Your skill bonus is doubled for any. At 6th level, you choose 2 more proficiencies. So you chose the skills already, but I think you've got some time before you. I think you have to be 6th level to do it again.
Okay.
I'll double check your character over later, but because you only have 3 skills on here, and that doesn't seem right to me. Spies get deception and stealth. So do you have those clicked off? Deception and stealth, yes. And then sleight of hand is from rogue, probably. It's probably what you chose from rogue, but I feel like you should have more. Hang on, I'm sorry guys, let me double check this real quick.
I would love to have more proficiencies.
Well,
so.
rogues and bards typically have quite a few of those. So, creating a rogue, things. Let me just do this real quick. Okay, so you choose 4. Okay, so you currently... So yeah, your sheet's wrong. So you currently have 3 skills clicked off. We need to add Thieves' Tools to here. you have 3 more to choose from, and your list is. I'm going to drop your list in the. Okay, well, let me select it. So you can choose acrobatics, athletics, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth. You've already chosen sleight of hand. Your background gave you stealth and deception, so you get 3 more skills to choose from out of that list. And if you want to see the list, because I know I just rattled them off, but if you want to see the list, if you go to the right hand side where it says character and then classes, and you just click on rogue, and then scroll down or open it up to where it gets a little bigger, you can see the list. It's down below the chart there, below proficient. It's right at, I think it is right by proficiencies maybe. Yeah, underneath the proficiencies section, it goes class features, hit points, proficiencies, and then skills is at the bottom of the proficiencies. It says choose 4. You've already chosen sleight of hand. You need to choose 3 more off that list, and all you have to do is click on the star next to them for them to choose, or I can do it for you if that helps.
Okay. Let's go persuasion.
Word of the wise, I think perception's always a good one.
Yeah, I was gonna go persuasion, perception, and acrobatics.
Okay. I think those are all good choices. Other good choices. Obviously, anything on there is pretty good. Like deception, not a bad idea to be able to do. Insight, not a bad idea to know what people are up to. Intimidation, it's not a bad idea to be able to tell people, like, look, I'll cut you, you better leave, and have them leave. Investigation is how you explore into things and figure stuff out, whereas perception is more like noticing something's amiss. Now, next step for that, because you have expertise. So with expertise, at first level, you choose 2 of your skill proficiencies or 1 of your skill proficiencies and your thieves' tools, and you click on the star again, and you get double the bonus. So of the ones you have chosen, you get 2 of them, 2 of the gold stars. Click on 2 gold stars to make them even better. And for those watching, if you're curious, the skills tab, stars show proficient, doubly proficient, half proficient, and then not proficient or proficient. So, but yeah, go ahead and just pick 2 of those whenever you want.
Oh God, it's such a choice.
Yeah, you're good, and you don't have to do it like out loud for everybody to watch right now. You can just do it. Just know that 2 of those get clicked again. And we're back to full-on team mode. So it is basically breakfast time. Where the inn you guys stayed at does provide you with basically toast and eggs you can have on the house, no big deal. Or they also have an ever-burning stew that you can choose from. And then it just boils down to what you guys want to do with your day, because you do have 11 hours to basically kill before you get silvered weapons and your poisons.
Yes, we were gonna see if we could find Larry. If we can't, then find the apothecary
and get some potions. Yep.
Get some potions.
So 2 of you roll investigation for me. Whomever, just 2 of you. We can. Okay. Thank you, Balar. That's a 19. That's pretty good. I can save your breath unless. Yeah, Balar, you find him. He has set up He's got his like wagon home cart, and the crazy thing is it's full of goods. He's got a bunch of stuff. He's got like bolts of cloth. He's got a full suit of plate mail armor with like strange like inscriptions along the edge of it. He's got 3 nice swords. He's got a rapier, a short sword, and a long sword. He's got 2 battle axes. He has this crazy maul. It's a 6-foot long maul with a head on it like this, the size of two footballs, shoved together. Just a giant fucking hammer that is pretty nice and has some weird writing on it as well. And then he also has like a kind of like a carry case full of different like rings and necklaces, and he's got a couple sacks of grain. Like he's just got a whole bunch of crazy stuff, like just an assortment of things. He's basically the Dollar Tree and Meijer met into one dude's cart and just stuffed everything in there, and he's got as much as you need of whatever you need. He even has a few different. He has a rack full of potions. He's got different fancy shoes, like weird looking, like curled toed shoes and like jester caps. Like he's got funny hats. He's got some feathers. He's got a couple cloaks. And he's just happier than hell. He's got 3 people in front of him he's doing business with. He's taking gold. He's handing stuff out, and he's like, his hair's kind of like less crazy than normal. He's looking good. So what's up? He doesn't even see you guys. He's so engrossed in his 3 customers. 2 customers.
Want to go?
1 customer.
Yeah, go for it.
Finishes up with his final customer. Looks up, notices your lot.
Hey, Larry. Looks like you're doing a lot better off than the last time we saw you.
Balar, my friend, I met the nicest girl. We're due to get married in about a week. Her family comes from such a nice family. Her dad gave me all this stuff and said I could set up shop here on this corner, and I'm just so thankful. I would have never been alive to meet her if it wasn't for you all.
Sounds like some good fortunes, my friend.
Such good fortunes. What are you guys in the market for? I would love to be of service. I have, as you can see, I've fully restocked. I've got more now than I've ever had. I've always wanted to be a successful merchant, and it's just taken so long to even get to this point, and I just feel like my luck has finally changed. In fact, my new wife and I, for our honeymoon, we're going to actually travel down the path across the way to the other town to trade there and to up some wares for her family's stores as well.
Yeah, we originally were in the market for some healing potions, but we won't say no to some high quality gear if you've got some.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anything in particular? I mean, obviously I do have to charge you, or her dad would not look well upon me, just giving stuff away, friends that we may be. I still have to, there's some, I'm answering to a higher power, if you will. He's a dangerous and well-respected businessman, and I don't want anything to come between me and my love and this new venture I'm onto.
Of course, understandable. I can't speak for what anybody else has in mind, but if you've got any magical weapon variety types, feel free to talk me through them.
Okay.
It piques my interest.
I like where your head's at, and I will say I'm sure these are of fine quality. I'm no wizard. I actually don't know for sure if these are magical. He kind of just gave me some stuff from his storage room that he hasn't put out yet. Him and his cousin, they have a couple businesses about town, and in other towns as well. They're a pretty wide-reaching group of merchants that I'm hopefully marrying into now. And hopefully my luck has finally turned around. I miss my wife, but long live my wife. As they say. Or they don't really say, but you know what I mean. But I know I do have, as far as fine items go, the suit of armor is very fine. There's some strange writings on it. Same with this maul. And then this particular ring I think is really nice. And there's some strange writing on it. I don't read arcane or any other foreign languages really. I just pretty much know common, and I dabbled in some Elven, Aram. You'd be proud. I can speak a few words in Elven, and sadly I've learned some Goblin just by having heard them coming attacking and asking mercenaries what they were saying and things as I've traveled a lot through time. But
would you mind if we rummage through your stuff and see if the markings mean anything?
Well, as you may well already know, Balar, you all I owe a life debt to, and I know we're technically, level because of the healing potions that I came across for you, and was able to hook you up with to break us even. But I will always consider you allies as long as I can. So, of course, please. He's like very adamant. Look through and let me know. If there's something you see. Please feel free.
I want to go for the jewelry first and kind of look them over and see if I can determine if any of them have special qualities.
Everybody give me a perception check before I talk about that.
Fuck.
Fuck indeed.
Okay. Balar, you're engrossed in talking to Larry. Aram, you know Larry's kind of a windbag, so like you know, as per your way, you kind of like look up like, oh god, here he goes, and like start to look around, and you notice through the crowd of like easily 30 some odd people that are wandering through the city and things, you notice a man in stocks with the shocks of blonde hair. Not a very big man, not a very small man, kind of a mid-sized man with stained shocks of blonde hair. What's once were nice clothes. He's got his hands through the stocks, his neck through the stocks. His clothes are pretty disgustingly stained by something, and he looks vaguely familiar underneath the muck of the tomatoes and cabbages and other rubbish, other things that they've thrown at him. Just a heads up. And as you're looking through the jewelry, Jacob Balar notices he's right. The one ring to rule them all definitely is the shiniest. It is the nicest, most levelly made. It appears to be gold and silver, and there is some writing on the interior of the ring.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
You can. You're not sure what it is, but you're fairly certain there is some level of magic enchantment on this ring. You can't decipher what it is, but you're pretty sure that this isn't the draconic or elven or anything. You think this is magical scripting, but you can't detect. You're not detecting magic because that's a spell. Like you don't see that it's magic, but you think it. Your hypothesis is that yes, there potentially could be magic on this ring.
All right, so
so they're runes. It's not languages that are on this ring.
Yeah, like hieroglyphics.
Right. Okay.
So I hold it up to Larry, and what would you let this go for?
Oh well, that's a great question. Just got that in. Very nice ring. What do you say to 120 gold?
Is this one of the things you got from your new father-in-law, or did you just get it from another vendor?
No, this is one of the items that I've been tasked with selling to prove that I'm a viable merchant to join the family practice.
I don't know if 120 is worth it.
Jeez,
just because none of us really know what it is. I mean, what's the average gold and silver ring going for nowadays? 20,
depends on the
30
crafter.
gold?
Anywhere from 50 to 100 or more. But I'm pretty sure that one is a little nicer than your normal, your normal ring. Right?
I mean, it might be. It looks like a nice ring. I wouldn't say it's mastercraft quality, but it does look nice. I'd give you 60 gold for it.
Okay. 660 gold. Roll me a persuasion check and hope for high.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, huh? Okay. This is so interesting. Because it's not giving me what I want. Here we go. I could do 100. What do you say about 100? Like I said, it's nothing against you, Balar. I mean, this is a nice ring. I'm sure that it is priced fairly at 100. Just because if you look here and he starts to point at the inscriptions, like I don't recognize that. Not my specialty, but I've seen stuff like that go for quite a bit more over time on other items.
Hey, Dane, just real quick, I kind of looking over Balar's shoulder at what he's haggling over.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way for me to do any checks to determine anything on that?
Yeah, you would just have to get it from him and actually inspect it.
Balar, can I take a look real quick?
Yeah. Be my guest.
Alright, so.
No,
I tried.
you're not sure it's worth anything.
Yeah. I do what you want with it, bud, here. Something caught my attention across the way I wanted to take a look at. I want to head over towards the guy in the shackles.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the ring back and turn back to Larry, and hundreds too steep. If you could meet me a little lower, like
Can you
70,
do 90?
75.
Can you do 90? We're friends. I can do 90.
I mean, we are friends. I want to help you out, in this new business venture with your father-in-law, and I know you're trying to help me out because we saved your life and all, but I don't want to go too deep on something, and I don't think it's worth 100. I would say 80. I would meet you in the middle at 80. I say 60, you say 100. Meet at 80, we got a deal. Otherwise, I'm gonna pass.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, and I want to help you. And you're smart to bring up that you saved my life because you did. You did. I couldn't have fought those cat creatures off on my own. They were gonna probably chew through the door and kill me. Can you do 85? Can you find 85? It's just I'm pretty sure if I go any less than 85, it'll have my hide, and I might even lose my new bride I got coming. I got how it is. It's business. It's not. I much love to you and the rest of the team, your crew here. Where is everybody? Oh well, it's good. Much love. 85.
Think about it and kind of flip the ring through my fingers. Not put it on, of course. Just
Sure.
kind of roll it over my fingers. And
It does feel warm to the touch.
you know what? All right, I'll do 85 for you. Just because you came through on those healing potions for us, though.
I'm glad to be of service, Balar, and anytime I can do anything. Did that pop up on your screen?
It did.
All right, you probably don't know what it is, but there's a ring. You can add that to your sheet if it's not already there. Here, let me. I'll add it to. I'll add it to the party sheet so you can grab it.
Okay.
Let's see, and then party sheets up here.
Love you. What time are we getting home tomorrow?
I don't know. What time are you guys getting home? That's so funny. I love giving her a hard time. All right, Mike, you said you were heading over to the guy in the stocks.
Yeah.
You get over there, and it is 100% Bart, the Bard, covered in all kinds of grizzle and bacon fat and tomatoes, and there's cabbages and just rotten fruit and veggies all over in front of him.
Bard. That's in the bard that was traveling with us?
Yes, the one that no one asked about when we got back.
Yeah, well, his name was Bard, but okay.
Oh, Barry. Sorry, Barry.
There you go. That makes more sense to me. I'm like,
Bart, Barry. I meant to say Barry. Yeah. I said Bart.
Be the Bard. All right.
Yeah,
what the hell are you doing in there, Barry?
Shit happens, stuff breaks, and then you die. Fuck this town. Get me out of these stocks.
What are you being accused of?
Well, it's a touchy subject. They said I was stealing. I'm not a thief.
Apparently you don't remember us at the caravan, but...
Are you gonna let me out, buddy? I feel like I saved your life at least once. Are you gonna let me out of here?
I can't just let you out, but I can look into getting you out. Is there a guard nearby?
Yeah. There's two of them over about a block down, just standing over by a fountain.
So I'll head over to the guards and I'll tell Barry, I'll go look into this. Hold on. So I head over to the guards.
Anybody going with them? Sylvia is? Okay. So you and Sylvia head over to the guards. Balar's busy checking the ring out and stuff. Are you gonna put it on yet, Balar? Or?
No, because I know you sent me the sheet, but I still don't know what it is.
Yeah, because you haven't
I'm gonna wait until somebody can tell me what it is before I try to put it. I put it in my backpack in a secure pouch.
There are a few other items that he has that are pretty nice. Like I'd mentioned, that suit of armor and then the maul.
I in the mall.
Hmm?
Starry eyes.
It is real nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
And big.
shiny. And it's
Hammer.
it looks like there's suns and eyes hieroglyphed onto it, as well as some other scripting.
How much for the hammer, Gertie?
Ah, you have great taste, Madam Slap. I feel you have extremely great taste, and this is by far, I will say, the best I've seen you look. Have you done something different with your hair? He's big on flattery.
I think she grunted, but
Oh, I think she did too, and he just kind of ignored it. But anyhow, further, yes, the mall. That is an exquisite piece. I feel 225 gold would be a good starting price for this mall. Would you not?
No.
No?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, it's very nice as you see it. It has some art on it. And as you can see, it's well made. It's a strange material even. It's not a material I've even seen before.
Let's get it.
Okay. The 225, or what are you thinking? I mean, I'm always open to negotiate.
It rummages through her backpack a little bit. Her coins. Look at her other random leaves and stuff she's got in there.
We lost Mike. These little pictures I added to the stream are great, but they keep like fitting over you guys. I'm just about to get rid of them for now because everybody keeps dipping in and out. If everybody was still here the whole game, like it would be fine. But if everybody,
I'm here.
no, I know I'm still getting rid of them. I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to make a banner and then just have it be a thing. All right. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Katie.
I was just gonna grab 100, fold it out, and say this many 100 golds.
Oh, a stiff bargainer indeed. Less than half what I've asked for. I'm sure I could part with it for perhaps, can we say 180?
No.
Use your so Katie, I know you're relatively new, so something that could totally be in line with you and Larry's total interactions through time. There's this little skill called Intimidate. It might work. It's always worth a shot, as being that you're giant and he's been scared of you since the day you met.
Let's do that.
I envision it as no 100. You know, like slap it down. And he says,
It's pretty right now. Intimidating.
Bitch Slap, you, or Madam Slap. I'm sorry. I don't know you to call you your first name, Madam Slap. Please, forgive me. It is not mine to give at 100. If it was but my own merchandise and not my new soon-to-be father-in-law's, I would easily take this 100 and run. Can you do 150, please? Just 150.
No. Can I intimidate him again? With my no?
Maybe. I'm gonna let you stew on what you want to do. You and Zenevieve and Balar are still there. Sylvia and Aram approach the guards. So if you want to give them side eye and see if you can talk them into giving you money, they might. I don't know if they have it. Aram, you and Sylvia get to the guards. They're two. One looks like a half elf. The other is probably human. Has a beard, kind of tall. In chainmail armor, both have spears and short swords and shields. In the crest of Black Tomb Keep on their armor, or on their shields. So you come up to them too. What'll it do for you, passerbys? Because you've stopped in front of them, I assume.
Yeah. It would appear that you have a companion of mine in your shackles over there.
The thief?
A thief, huh? What did he supposedly steal?
This lady's necklace. Still haven't been found. 75 gold, she said it was worth. Only way to get him out is to find the necklace, or to pay the lady the price of what he stole.
Well, let's try this. When did he supposedly steal this necklace?
2 days hence. Or 2 days past.
He couldn't have. He was with me.
And who are you?
I am. What's up? I am a.
The elf name strikes again.
Right.
In the human tongue, huh? Okay, and well, you can. You're more than welcome to put in a request to the magistrate, but as it is currently, 2 witnesses say it was him.
I don't know how he could have had 2 witnesses if he was with me 2 days ago.
Yeah, I agree. Roll me an intimidate, Katie. And slap the table. You can keep going, Mike. I'm just letting her roll again.
Sure.
You know, Madam Slap, you're right. Madam, you slap it, Katie. Madam Slap, you make a good point. I think I could come off at 125. I think that's the lowest I could go without losing it all.
I just kind of stand there with my arms crossed, chuckling as I watch nature do its work.
Right. You and the druid loves the nature. I like that. What say you, Madam Slap? 125?
Nope.
She's gonna get it down.
She doesn't have 125 is the problem, everyone. Out of character. Okay, we'll give it a little bit. We'll ferment while you just stare at him. The rolling intimidate. It's like I'm intimidating from now until you're at 100. 125? How about 100? But yeah, the guard says, you can bring it up with the magistrate, Aramillion.
My name is Sylvia from I believe it was the Somerset Guard, City Guard.
Summerside.
Okay. He was with us, and I feel like believing somebody who used to be a soldier might be a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Feasible? I don't know.
So then both of you were with him? Was there anyone else with you lot?
Our whole party.
Yeah.
And then a man who we got the quest from, he saw us with him. The guy from the tavern we're staying at, he was with us the entire time, left with us, came back with us practically. I mean, honestly, do you want us to get our whole party, or can we just maybe, I'll kick you a little bit of gold and we'll call it even. I'll even go get a mouse so you don't have to do anything.
You really did work for the city guard. I see you know how the city guard works. What you've said makes total sense to me, and I would be happy to oblige. I will take your donation into question and let the magistrate know that he was cleared of crimes due to viable witness sources saying otherwise to his deeds.
Would about 10 gold be a good donation? Do you think that would be pretty sweet?
Roll insight. And he says, yes, absolutely. I think that would be a perfect amount.
Fuck. 5.
Yeah.
3.
No, you're great. That's perfect. I think 10 gold's a fair amount for sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and release him and, slide the 10 off your sheet and he'll take it. The human takes it. The half-elf kind of looks at him sideways.
I'm going to free him, and as I free him, I'm going to grab him by the shirt, and I'm going to bring his face as close as possible, and I'm going to be like, you're replacing that 10 gold now. I got you out of here, and I used my connection. So, be very thankful.
Okay.
And I just release him.
All right, roll intimidate on him. Because that's what that was. That's right. You grabbed him by the scruff of his neck, held him in... What is it?
I got 14.
That's better than nothing. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, he says, sure. I'll get you your 10 gold, a measly 10. I appreciate what you've done today. I'll remember this. You know I was with you. I didn't even steal that stuff.
Well, I know, but the thing is, you are a thief, and that's why the 10 gold that you get me, I want to get right. I don't want anything to be stolen, pawned off.
He like looks shocked and like in awe. He's like, "Move! I am no thief."
Stop. Aram saw you stealing parchment papers. I have seen you try to pickpocket people in the tavern. Don't try to lie to me, or else I will set you back in these stockholes.
No time to talk. Gotta go. Much business. And he starts to back away, and he like
10
slips.
gold the right way.
Huh?
10 gold the right way as he's backing off.
Of course. I'll see you. I'll catch up with you over at Rico's. The flying napkin for dinner, maybe. And he like kind of cuts off into the crowd. Roll perception, Aram and Sylvia.
Oh fuck, that was a natural one.
You look back towards Bitslap, who's growling now over the counter. Bitslap, give me another intimidate. We're just gonna keep the intimidate rolling. As you know, no other way. He steals at least 3 people's pockets as he walks out, backs away from you guys, and bumps into people. Fine. I'll tell you what, Madam Slap. As per the fact that you are, well thought of all around and quite powerful, and your teeth are sharp, and your tusks are shiny. I can do 100, but can you do me this? Next time you come by, can you maybe buy something at the right price? Because I'm taking a hit here, and all the work I've done today, you're basically taking away. I'm gonna come in basically even after working all day, when I really would like to show surplus for my new family. Can we make that agreement? I'll do 100 today, because I can tell you really want it. I see that you're in love, and I'm not one to stand in the way from love. As my 5th, 6th wife, I've lost count. As my newest wife will tell you, I'm a lover and not a fighter, and I don't want any smoke. So please, just 100 gold today, and you'll owe me a full price item next time. Is that doable? Can we please stop there? And he's like visibly sweating. Okay, Larry. So it's in the party sheet. You can just grab it off of there. Who we lose now? Mike. We lost Mike. What a night! What a night for video.
Yeah, that was me playing with it. Sorry,
you're dead. You're dead to me.
Yeah, well.
Cool. So that is that. You guys have managed now to do all the things with Larry. There is, of what's left, there's just the suit of armor and one of the swords, which he thinks are at least masterwork quality that could hold magic to them.
As Bitch Slap finishes up her transaction with Larry, kind of step closer to her and, hey, we should probably get these checked out, see what, or if they're capable of anything. You want to find a place with me? Well, yes, smash, but see the markings. There might be more. You want to get them looked at with me? I want to see what this ring is all about. See if there's somebody in town here that can evaluate it. See what's up with it.
Okay, Wolf.
Okay.
So there is a magic shop in town, which also happens to sell potions. Larry does have potions, which you guys initially came here for and actually didn't buy. He does have a few potions as well. He will sell them for you. He will sell you standard healing potions, which normally people get for 50. He can do 40 gold a piece for you on them, which is a substantial discount of 20% off. So
I'm good on potions.
you're like, well, never mind. I bought a ring.
That was broke, so.
Bislip's like, I'm sleeping outside tonight.
I've been very generous with my gold. I've tipped people 10 gold everywhere.
You're over here making it rain. You're like, I finally got some cash. Let's throw it everywhere.
Wouldn't it be hail? Not
That's
rain.
maybe my
Just
boss.
coins.
Is everybody good? Is everybody good to play till 11:30?
I haven't been sleeping in 2 days, so I am gonna have to.
Oh no, we stop at 11. I was just saying since we had technical difficulties earlier, I was gonna see if you guys wanted to just bust another half hour in there, but that's fine. We'll still stop in 10 minutes.
If you want, I can just kind of go do something at a tavern, and you guys can.
They're gonna need you. They're gonna need you. And I don't want to start. I'm not gonna start anything crazy. We're gonna get set up for next week. So we got 9 minutes, basically 9 to 15 minutes essentially, and we'll be done. And what I want to do is I want to get set up from where we are now to the point where we've got everything lined up to hit the sewers and actually have some combat next game and go through getting the rat stuff square, because that's what your guys' next thing was anyway. So I'm gonna pick up the pace a bit. I know you want to go to somewhere to check on the magic items. We have to pick up our poison later. We have to pick up our silvered items later. And then I think that was it.
And meet Barry at the tavern that night.
Yeah, meet Barry back. Yeah, after you guys pick stuff up back at the Flying Napkin. He's gonna get dinner. He's gonna have dinner there.
Sure, though.
So you guys on the way to grab your white weapons and stuff and your potions and your poison or whatever, you are able to stop at a library. Which it's a magic shop, but it's more so a library than anything. When you go in, it's got bookshelves everywhere. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's not anything like some of these other places you've been. It's not huge. It's I actually threw a map up on the screen for you because I actually have a picture of it. But it's a nice little place. There's a guy sitting at a desk there. He's been writing. He looks like he writes a lot. There's ink splashes. He's got lots of scrolls and a bunch of books tucked in different nooks and crannies and whatnot. And you go in, and there is elf who's probably 3 to 4 times as old as Aram. He can't really tell, but Aram, you of everybody there can tell he's a high elf, and he's definitely on the older side as far as elves go. He's wearing a plain light blue robe with like very small gold stars splattered across it, almost like the night sky. And there's like a moon on the elbow and a sun on the other one. And he's got a kind of a wide brimmed hat he wears, and he's sitting behind the table there with a lamp on. He's like writing from a book to a scroll, and he seems like he's done a few of those today. But when you come in, he looks up and his eyes twinkle. He's got very green eyes. He says to you, well, welcome to my shop of wonders. Is there anything I can do for you folks today?
Yeah, I just purchased this ring, and my friend Bitchlap here purchased a weapon. We were wondering if you could check them out and see if they have any attunements to them.
Yes, that is in my purview. I could most definitely do as much. How long would I have with each item?
I mean, the quicker the better.
And are you looking for my free assessment, or are you looking for the better paid version?
How much are we talking for a paid version? What does that offer over the free version?
I take it you're first-time customers. I've never seen you before. I'll tell you what, I don't... It's usually more expensive for these kinds of things, but what I can do, I'll appraise them both and let you know what they're either worth. I'll tell you either what they do or what they're worth for 25 gold. One, you could choose each which one you'd like to know. How's that?
Look at Bitchlap and kind of wait to see what she thinks.
Smashes things. I like it.
She's happy with the way it is.
All right. Well, I mean, I definitely want to know if this ring can do anything. So.
Well, let me see it. He takes it in his hand.
You said 25.
25, and I'll either tell you what it's worth, or I'll tell you what one thing it does.
Okay.
Depending on the item. Okay, and you want to know, and then so he casts a spell on it, and it glows. He says it says magical, and I can tell you what it's worth or what it does. What would you prefer?
What it does, please.
So it looks similar to a ring I once came across. A merchant family south of here sold it to a young couple that was planning on moving far north. I've not seen many like it, but it should protect you from the cold. I've unlocked it. It is a ring of warmth. Okay. So while wearing that ring, you have resistance to cold damage. and everything you wear and carry are unharmed by temperatures to as low as negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Sweet. Thank you very much for your evaluation. Hand him the gold, and I didn't catch your name when we walked in.
I'm sorry. It's so rude of me. I rarely actually have to have much speaking to do. My assistant normally handles things, but she's out with a cold. You know, it's my absolute pleasure to meet all of you. Please forgive my impertinence. But, hang on, I'm looking. I have it on here. Where'd he go? Hang on, sorry. You know, for all intents and purposes, it'll just be easier if you just call me Terry.
Terry. Pleasure to meet you, Terry. I am Valar, and hopefully I'll see you again in the future.
And of course, the 25 gold does include a quick perusal of the giant hammer as well. He casts a similar spell as the last to it. Knowledge Arcana tells you what spell it is. And it does light up. He says, it is magical. Would you like to know what it's worth, or would you like to know what it does, Madam Slap?
Does what it does.
Luckily for you, I've seen many of weapons just like this one, and I actually don't even need to go too deeply into detail with it. This weapon is quite good for those like you who tend to be adventurers. It is an exquisite weapon that is known for keeping you aware of your enemies before they are on you. So it is a maul of warning. What that means is it warns you of danger. While it's on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any companions within 30 feet of you cannot be surprised unless you're incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. So the weapon magically awakens you and your companions within range if you're sleeping naturally when combat occurs. So a great weapon to have as an adventurer because it'll help you to not be surprised in the wilderness. As long as you're just naturally sleeping, you'll be able to avoid being surprised. And as a rule now, you'll get advantage to your initiative as long as you're attuned. Both of those items out of character do require attunement, so neither of them function until tomorrow at this time, after you've had them on. Obviously, you can still swing it. You can still swing the hammer. It just doesn't have the warning stuff happen until this time tomorrow.
I do slip the ring on as he hands it back to me.
Perfect. And I'll add cold resistance to you, and I will add advantage to initiative to Katie's bitch slap. Perfect. So that is that. Terry says, so if there's anything else I can do for you lot?
I think that's it today. Bid ye farewell.
Be careful in your ventures, and please come back. I'm always looking for a rare book or strange scrolls, perhaps. If you come across them in your journeys, I'd be more than happy to take a look at them and potentially purchase or make copies of things that such as are right in my area. I tend to be pretty busy, and my servant or my administrative assistant is typically here, but as I said, she's out sick.
Will do.
Terry's Magical Oddments. Both awesome weapons that you guys just picked up, so that's pretty good. Time cruises on. You guys grab some fruit and some snacks on the way back too. You end up meeting with with Barry back at the place for a quick supper, which Rico throws in front of you guys. He gives you each stew on the house. And then time slips into more time, and you guys go scoop up your silvered items. You meet with Franz, and he gives you a wide-rimmed bottle, like a wide. It's like about that wide, and it's like this big, and it's got a half full with like a black ichor, some sort of poisonous substance. He slides that to you as well. You notice that he's missing his left pinky today, which was there yesterday. He's got a bloody stump there now, and he's got a black eye, and he's a little beat up, but but he gives you your your poison, and you get your poison. You get your silvered weapons. What am I missing?
Did Zenevieve get her 20 gold back, or is she owed a favor?
I'm glad you mentioned it. I almost forgot. I'll tell you what. I did lose it last night. I kind of got mixed up on which pouch I was reaching into. As you see, I had a rough night, and he shows you his hand. Let me owe it to you. I'll get it back to you, or I'll take it off your next batch. When you need another batch of stuff. We'll figure that out. I promise.
I got a better idea.
Oh God.
Take it off getting me one of those poison making kits.
I got mine. You can have mine. I used it a couple times, but you can just have it.
All right, that works.
It's you've got 5 out of 10 uses. You can add and it's in the items tab of the Fantasy Ground stuff on the right there. If you look up Poisoner's Kit, it's just got 5 out of 10 uses in it, so that'll come in handy. Awesome. I think that's a good place to finish up. I mean, I know we kind of sped through the last part of it. I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties. I have no idea what happened, but it's working now. So, hooray. But yeah, thanks guys for your patience and for playing. Super nice of you to come by. Anybody watching, feel free to subscribe. We like those. Don't forget, if you do subscribe, you get to gift a crit to an NPC or a PC in combat. Thanks for watching, Glam Brunette. Nice to have you. Everybody, also, yeah, all the things, etc., etc. See you. I will have a game Sunday night for Streamline D&D with the other crew, and then we'll be back next Wednesday, and hopefully Evan's internet will be back on by then, and he can keep joining us. So, good night, all, and see you soon.